I like the multiple endings. Not gonna lie to you. Like I like that you have them. I basically did the same journey you had.
All right, let's go. I'll accompany you there. Are you ready to
Pick my
see her
L.
again?
But man, that's cursed.
Been ready.
Went back and picked
I
Verso.
set up these grapple shortcuts.
Thing.
Nice, huh? Don't tell
They're
your
both
sister,
pretty,
though. I sort of
pretty cursed, but
borrowed the hooks
on
from
balance,
the expedition. Come on, good
Verso's
stuff.
probably
Speed
ends
up a
up
bit.
best.
Sophie will have already gamaged by the time you've arrived.
My head.
Can't believe Sophie already turned 33. She looks so much younger than you.
Thanks.
She's popular. I'm sure she already has a necklace full of flowers.
But what I've decided is that of all of
I know
them,
what you
Claire's the
mean.
most
Come on.
messed up. Like,
And
All right.
I think all the Descenders are completely fucked up, but I think Claire's just next level.
you won, all right. I saw her.
Yeah.
Oh, the plaza is lively. Why people like to celebrate the gommage is still a mystery to me, but... Oh well, the red and white tree. I've always found it beautiful. I don't really understand. You and Sophie broke up so long ago. But clearly you never got over her. Why'd you wait until today to say something? It's a bit late, isn't it?
Can't wait for the crash. It'll happen at any moment.
I can't imagine what you're going through.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I've lived 33
The reason
years.
I
Look around.
I think I prefer
We've had our
Verso's
whole
in the
lives
end
to prepare.
is because
We're all fine. Most
Renoir forces it all.
Not fine.
you will.
Like, Maëlle can't leave the canvas because of Renoir's decisions, and there's no ending that allows us to get some assurance that Renoir or Claire won't just erase the canvas. So,
Oh, Luna's playing.
with that in mind, like, I still
She
picked
would make it
Maëlle the
cute.
first time,
Sometimes.
and then I saw
feel
that she
sorry
pretty
for
much just
her.
went unhinged instantly because she's
The patrons.
effectively a creator god and
Look
absolutely
at her.
power-ups absolutely and all that
She
shit.
looks
So that was pretty
sad.
nunker. And then I also saw that
she's
she was pretty much getting
70.
sick straight away.
stuck in this.
So it's like
I've always
seemed a bit
loved
pointless. Like
her.
they'd already gamaged away anyway. It's like one of those where you eke a couple of more years out, and then the world ends anyway. There'd probably be another fracture or something. It just seemed a bit like there was no assurance that could be gained that Claire or Renoir weren't going to do another fracture. So it seemed all a bit pointless. So at that point, you might as well do what Verso wants.
Let's at least check on Maëlle and my apprentices.
But Verso's a manipulative arsehole, so
Gustav, we got something for you.
For your
yeah. I mean, Verso's like at least something comes of it all, right?
promise.
Adrienne?
But
I'll use it.
that's purely because
She's probably
Renoir
alone, as
and
usual.
Claire will not allow any other outcome ultimately in the end.
I knew I'd...
To leave.
Yeah.
So
Look, I know the rest of us... You don't need to...
1 year.
I know you...
If anyone.
So do...
No, I don't.
Emma think...
Lumia. Besides,
Right.
should.
Doubly low.
like, there's no way Maëlle's ending doesn't end in another fracture. There's just no way.
Emma,
Our beloved...
don't get.
My darling sister has arrived. She'll kill me if I don't say goodbye. The chief... What?
This is...
I've heard you...
You and I...
Should put that in?
There are...
Em, you're...
We're never...
You're so...
Just take...
Me?
We're... She...
I think the Descenders are all a bunch of
I
psychopaths.
do. Anyway.
That's my ultimate take. When you watch his ending, it makes sense. How do you mean? And I don't know if I don't know if it's necessarily a sideswipe, because realistically, we already, like, at the end of Act 2, we know that he's gone rogue, right? We know by the end of Act 2, like, he's pushing for the canvas to be erased. So it's just kind of him continuing with his motive, really. At least that's how I viewed it. Like, I think Verso is acting very consistently with his values and what he wants. But I also think that Verso and, well, just the Dissandras generally, including Painted Verso, don't view their own creations with the level of value or sanctity or whatever you want to call it that they should. Especially Clair. No, so we don't know necessarily that he wanted to end the canvas, but what we do know is that he wanted everything to be gammaged. He knew that killing the paintress would result in everything being gammaged, which is effective. I mean, the word gammage means erase in French, so he kind of, like, his actions and the consequences of what he was choosing was
A house?
Erasure.
Looks abandoned.
Not to be confused with the
not too far
the
from
band.
here. If anyone else made it, they'll regroup there.
Yeah. Here we are, huh?
Yeah. The continent. The indigo trees over there.
I don't know how you're meant to skip that ledge, but it can be done, but I don't know how you do it. Hey. Yeah, but he did read that letter post defeating the Paintress, but that letter wasn't for him. The letter was for Mael from Painted Alicia. Like, Verso knew what was up. Alicia gave him that letter to give to Mael, or choose whether or not he wants to give it to Mael, and he chose not to give it to her because he decided to take away her agency in the decision, because he thought she wouldn't make the decision that he wanted her to make.
Someone came here before and said...
Verso, there's nothing in that letter that Verso
Probably
himself didn't already know,
69.
because Verso and
Climate
Painted
expedition.
Alicia are like,
Let us thank them for that.
they're in the same situation.
Expedition 81.
Flares!
Survivors!
Hurry!
Yeah, so Alicia, the letter begins with her saying to Gustav, like, "This, I'm giving this to you. It's up to you to decide if you want to give it to Mael." And he decided not to.
So, the message said head north, to the weird corals.
By that point,
A
though,
door in a hut.
by the point where we, the player, read that letter.
It's been a long day.
Mael already, I think, knows, or is starting to get her memories back. There's like a scene where you defeat the Paintress, and like Mael, like this look comes over Mael in her eyes, like some weird painty shit happens in her eyes, and I think that's when Alicia's memories start coming back. No, he well does. Like, if you look at what Minoko says, and also when they're flying back, you know, when they're celebrating, they're flying back to Lumiere to celebrate on the back of Esquier. Minoko and Mael and Verso are not celebrating at all because they know what's coming. Like and Paintress asks Verso, like, she says why. So he is one, and like there's the conversation between Renoir and Verso as well at the end of Act 1. It's probably stuff you've forgotten. Like, it makes sense because you've not you've not been speedrunning the game. But there's a conversation they have at the end of Act 1, which is very much
Looks like a different species.
Doesn't matter.
He says to Mael, like, he says to Verso,
Those mines. Be careful.
you know, you've set us down a path. I hope you're ready for the consequences. And then Verso says, I am. She'll never paint again. Like, he knows that that Renoir is underneath the monolith trying to gamage everything, and he knows that the Paintress is the one stopping.
Over there. A hut.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside yet.
The reason he knows this is because, and this might be expanded lore, which is like becomes sort of obvious. Although I know you've done a lot of the side content, so I don't know. Like, I can't remember exactly where it's stated, but Expedition Zero made it to the monolith, and the Paintress at the monolith, who was the one who painted Expedition Zero. So like Verso, Renoir, Clair, Alicia, they were all painted by
How did you find me?
the Paintress, Aline.
There was a message at the indigo tree.
And Expedition
know
Zero
who
make
left
it to the monolith,
A message?
and basically it's all explained there.
Again.
And Renoir decides, like they decide, okay, we'll keep things going, and then obviously at some
This
point
time I have
Verso
back.
was just changing his mind.
That was... You if...
That's like what the fundamental disagreement is. So like Renoir is of the belief that they should just wait for it to count down. Verso's of the belief that
These dead Nevrons.
there's no
Who
purpose
could
in
have
doing
done
so.
this?
Guess.
So you didn't just stay in your mansion. Guess we found 68's boat.
There's a path through the boat.
That anchor doesn't look man-made. It's forging something. So they have intelligence.
Like, I realise you're very fresh off the ending, so there's no, like, you know, half the shit that I'm saying is just, like, you won't have context for. But a lot of it is,
So many.
it is all there.
I don't like this. Merde. This one is gigantic.
Avoid those at all costs.
Like my belief is, the way I interpreted the game is that it's a question of like, at what point does a creation become real? So like, this world is painted, it's fake, it's make-believe, it's fantasy. That's what Renoir believes, that's what Clair believes. That's what Aline did believe until Verso died. I mean, she probably still believes that, but the only reason she's keeping hold of it is because it's got a fragment of Verso's soul in it. But, like, to me, the world is pretty real, and the people in it are real, and it's morally wrong to kill them. It wasn't just him who knew it, it was Minoko as well. During the Paintress fight, there is actually a line where the Paintress says, and like, you too, Minoko.
Well, at least we can upgrade.
Do you
our
really
weapons.
think this is what Verso would have wanted? So yeah, Esquier,
Did Minoko tell you anything more about the village?
Minoko,
other than
and
red trees everywhere.
Verso.
Minoko's not great
all new.
with specifics.
We'll just have to think like Gestrels then.
And then not long after the Paintress died, Mael knew as well. But obviously by that point it was too late.
These things are fascinating.
How do they even stand?
Right there actually is faster. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Ugh, this place is confusing.
They built it to make their village harder to find.
Okay. That's pretty much it for free time save. For a little while. Yeah. Yes. I mean, I think that, like, with Mael's ending, like, that cost doesn't have to be paid. Painted Verso does not need to be held prisoner. Mael just chooses to not let him die. Because she as a paintress, she's a creator god, absolute power corrupts absolutely, etc, etc. Like, she's become a bit of a tyrant, forcing him to perform for her like a monkey. Like, that's just
really
fucked up, but that's
of
just that's just the reality of being a painter.
They seem better at surviving.
I think that all the Dissandras are a bunch of
I guess
psychopaths to different
intelligence
degrees.
is not a
I
prerequisite.
think Mael has been fought by... Because she was forced to live as a denizen of this world, because she was born as Mael, I think Alicia has the closest thing to what you'd call a respect for the sanctity of life. But as a paintress, she can't have it properly, you know? Like, there's always going to be some cursed aspect to
Lead the
her.
way.
Really, I think
To
she
survive
should have
along the
allowed
continent.
Gustav
Now to find the chief's
Verso to die. She didn't. I think when it comes to like allowing the fragment of Verso to stop painting, I think that is a fate Aline condemned him to when she made all the humans. She shouldn't have done it.
The part
Thank you.
just
Thanks.
Yeah, so the Verso we party like adventure with is a painting of the real Verso. That painting was painted by Aline, the paintress, Verso's mother, after Verso died. The Renoir that kills the expedition at the beginning of the game, that's a painted version of Renoir. The girl with that half mask on is a painted version of Alicia. All painted by Aline. So there's no reason
Better?
that
Yeah.
that
We can
that
debrief
Verso
along the way.
himself
Let's head east to
needs
Esquier's
to
nest.
continue to exist, because Renoir was erased. The curator, who is the real Renoir, I'm sure you know, he erased painted Renoir. Painted Verso can be erased by a painter or a paintress. But Maëlle wants everyone to live together in it as like a happy family. Like, she wants that world that she's in. Like, she wants everything to be happy and as it was, and so she has kind of turned it into like a fucked up fantasy land, you know, like without any real agency, or at least if I get the impression that if people started to do or want things that she doesn't want, she would start being a bit of a tyrant about it and that kind of thing. So I think pretty much no matter what you choose,
Esquier is said to
this
feed on
world
light.
does end. It just
Are you
either
okay,
ends
Maëlle?
and is replaced by
I don't know. Getting a bit of
you know, a world, because like the world
Deja vu
ends
again.
with that Gamage, right?
Light here.
It's just
Feels
either
a little-
replaced by an exact copy
I dunno.
where Maëlle is
Yeah.
the god of the world, or it remains Gamaged. Which is why ultimately I decided Verso was the best ending. But as I said, the reason for that is that I think if there was an ending where Maëlle could leave the canvas, get
The more
better, and then
information
come
we
back,
get, the more questions I have.
that'd be the
You're
good
amazing.
ending, like the true perfect ending sort of thing.
Esquier.
But Renoir and Clair
surprising.
both wouldn't allow that to happen, so I think the land we end up with Maëlle's ending is truly cursed and horribly fucked up, so
Okay,
all the
take, but no.
But-
Scram!
I'm just fully comfortable with it. I like it because I think both endings are bad in different
Francois
ways.
and
Like, there's no
Esquier
happy
are
ending.
very different from Gestrels.
I
and
don't mind.
Devrons.
You think the paintress created them too?
If not,
And I
who
think
else?
like it poses some decent
Maybe
moral
they
quandaries,
came
because I
from
think
another
like
world.
having discussed it quite a lot with people in the Discord and stuff like that, Like, there are two kind of like trains of thought. One of people who are very pro Renoir, where they're like, hey, look, you know, the canvas is an addiction. You know, if someone's addicted to drink or drugs, you do what you need to get them off it. This is all a fantasy land. It's fake anyway, so, you know, Luna and Ciel are nice and all, but they're not real, so they don't matter. I'm kind of of the view that they are real. And the question of the game is, at what point do your creations become real? Yes, the boy himself. So that boy is the fragment of real Verso's soul, right? And yes, he is being forced to paint. And that's awful. But the alternative is killing an entire world of people. So, you know, and the reason that moral quandary has been forced upon him, he as far as I know, he did not paint Lumiere. Real Verso, didn't paint Lumiere, as far as I'm aware. That was Aline. She painted it all after she came into the canvas after Verso died. And she, well, should not have done that, you know? Like, that was very morally wrong. But she did, and now... And maybe there's some way to take them out of the canvas and put them onto another canvas or something. Or maybe there's some way to keep the canvas going without little Verso in there. But she kind of condemned him to that. It's effectively a trolley problem. But with the added twist of, are the hundreds of people who will die real? Like, are they valid enough to be real? Of equal worth to the Dishonorers? I think there's more going on though, like, because there's the whole writers thing, so it could be that if... You know, if Renoir and Aline don't come out the canvas, the writers could come and burn down the house and the canvas gets destroyed anyway, you know? So it could be a bit of a zero-sum game where, like, no matter what happens, the canvas is under threat. But I think the truth of the matter is, like, because in the final fight, Renoir mentions that they've painted hundreds of canvases. So, like, in the final battle... it's kind of revealed that like there isn't really a notion that any canvas is worth anything, you know. Like I just don't think they value them enough, because they don't view the life they create as true life, which makes sense because, you know. The amount of power they've got is astonishing. It's very easy to lose perspective, but I think that kind of makes them all a bit amoral.
A shrine.
Anyway, the game's sick. I'm
Paintress
a huge
destroyed
fan of the
our
game.
world.
I think it's incredible.
And someone built her a shrine.
The weak-minded turn to whatever they can to explain the unknown.
When you're at the mercy of a power you don't understand, you might try anything.
I do wonder what the future has in store for it, because I don't know like what where they go, you know. Because like both endings have to be canonical, so I wonder if like we'll step away from the Dishonorers and it'll start to focus on the writers, the next one.
Looks like a farm.
Or maybe it'll step away from all of it. Or maybe Clair will be a much bigger player in the next game. Or maybe they don't have a clue. That's totally valid as well, I think, right? This is quite a well self-contained. Obviously, they have expanded it so that there is meant to be, you know, stuff going on outside of this game to leave it the option. But, like, I think the story this game tells is quite neatly packaged as well. Like, it could just be, you know, different stories that are thematically related. Exciting times though. And with GTA 6 being delayed, I think it actually might win Game of the Year, so that's cool. Imagine a turn-based JRPG winning Game of the Year. Oh. Okay. There's time lost possible here. Though I think I'm gonna. Oh no, I can't.
But I sense something scary.
Let's dance. This will
I'm not so good at this.
witness the flames.
That's RNG. You can save like 20 seconds there.
We've done nothing to you. We should be on the same side. Let her go.
This is with like minimum possible agility on Verso.
Something's
here.
going on up there.
Escape! Get us up there!
I can't.
Fuck, fuck, fuck!
This is such a great like death.
Time for a swim.
Do, do, do.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, Miles fine.
Any other tricks we should know?
One thing at a time.
There's no free time save on here, I don't think, anymore. There was some on my previous PB. But...
These are all expeditions?
A single Nevron took out most of them.
Is it still around?
I've only seen it once, many years ago, so most likely not.
You find? Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. You wrote something new.
Looks like we passed the danger zone.
And no sign of your special
The
level.
attributes in this game is that they seem so inconsequential.
I guess we're lucky.
Yeah. I guess so. At the end game, Pictos give you tremendous numbers of stats. You are right. Totally.
Time to hit big. Blades sharp. Witness the flames. Lost chance.
Didn't even just stand out him, you know. I didn't think just stand out, at least. Or maybe we last stand then try to realize. Losing time here. Losing time here because I can't remember what I did on my PB. And what I did on my PB was not optimal either. Just for some reason. To be honest, Crimson, I think with my actual, now I've had like a little think about it, a very little think about it, with the stats thing. The stats, like the amount of damage that you can output, because there are so many Luminers or Pictos that add multipliers and that kind of thing. Like every stat point you gain is like you eventually get to a point where it's kind of like everything's dying anyway, right? Straight away. Once you break damage limit. I think before Act 3, there are some incredibly broken Pictos that you can pick up from areas that you're not really meant to be in yet. But I don't think the stat gains from those Pictos is that much. And they're all really in service of increasing your might, because Pictos don't increase might. That's the real trick to it, right? So the only way that a Picto can increase your damage gain is by increasing your critical rate, which obviously stops being helpful after 100%. So like here, for example, I've got my L absolutely pumped to the high heavens on speed. Lucky her. Oh, shit. Some needless time loss. And the other two are on 100% from 100% critical to allow their bombs to.
How
their
far
death
to
bombs
Minoko
crit every
Station?
time.
With STA? Oh, should be quick.
But other than that, the Picto stats don't matter anymore.
Minoko Station is to the north, not far from here.
So the point allocation and stat gain and stuff is all in service of might. So like my characters at the moment, what I've done is I've put you get enough stat points to get 99 in 3 stats. So what you do is you have 99 in might, no weapons, scale off might, and then you have 99 in the two
Just a Minoko.
weapon scaling stats,
Gustav would have
whatever
loved
they
to
may
see
be.
that.
Is it true before the fracture, Lumiere had trains running throughout the continent?
Always running late, but here we are.
Well, yeah, but the way the damage calculation works
Is that a Grundis?
is
I knew it.
if you do a base
They're real
attack
too.
with no multipliers, that attack will do damage directly equal to your attack value. So it benefiting the weapon or benefiting you doesn't matter exactly. But it does mean that when you change weapons, you need to respec your stat spread if you want to have that weapon be.
Time to hit big.
Optimized. Bleeding time off stupid stuff. Focus up again. But when I was playing casually, I didn't invest any points in might at all. I only invested points in the weapon stat scaling, even when they were barely scaling at all, because I figured like getting that's more stats per point, you know. Like even if you're only getting a couple of might, not that many.
Welcome, my
You're still getting
friends,
quite like a decent
to
amount
old Lumiere.
Was anyone still here?
of stats total.
Just Nevron's.
However,
So
once
this
you
is where
hit
our piece of Lumiere used to be
A,
before the fracture
so like B,
went apart the
it
world
doesn't.
and
It like one point in
into the
a
sea.
B scaling stat
We're
does
lucky it
not
did.
quite add as
That's
many
probably
might
the only
as 1 point in might does, but A adds more and S adds quite a lot more.
Friends, I beg
So,
your forgiveness
if
for
you like
bandits
being
in
optimal
this
about it,
quagmire.
you should like for damage. Obviously,
It's
like
okay, Nina.
agility in a speedrun, for example, agility
Let's
matters as
move
well
on,
because
shall
there's
we?
break points for bosses and that kind of thing. But
How exactly did our piece of Lumiere end up on an island when the rest of the city is here?
to optimize
the great
the amount of
mysteries.
attack power you can have,
I wish we
you
had more
pretty much
time.
want to pump
There's so
might
much to
until
study
your
here.
weapons have an A or higher scale, and then you pump whatever that is.
So, Minoko, what was life like before the fracture?
The world was smaller and cozier, livelier. There were many more of us Gestrels back then. The fracture tore our villages apart. Only a fraction of a fraction survived. Our forests are filled with Gestrels awaiting rebirth.
Totally. Oh no, they are. Like the real damage in this game,
Speaking of
because you gain obviously you gain
Where do you
stats
live
just
in
from leveling
Lumiere?
up anyway, right? The real damage in this game
Centre.
comes from the
Angelique's boulangerie.
Luminas themselves, right? The
I ate there every
multipliers,
morning. I wonder if it's still there.
and the skills.
It's called Matilda's now. When this is over,
I never said there was treasure.
Yo, thank you for the good luck, mate. Appreciate it.
Prepare for annihilation. So, where did you go? I need to find Lune and Ciel, quickly.
I think ultimately in this game it's very easy to become completely overpowered broken, right? And that's just is what it is. But that's a design.
I think I'm close.
So I mean that one, like on my PB, they were trivial. Whereas this time around I had to shoot them. It's unfortunate.
This manner's intact. Why does it feel so familiar? Time to hit big.
Only ended up saving 1.7 seconds. That's tragic. Because on my PB, I got an encounter.
Swim.
Yes, I agree. Simon is deliberately meant to work that way. Although, of course, I think me, you, and Gammy all circumvented that. Yo!
Who guards truth with lies.
What is your question, mate?
Faces.
An infinite sea of them.
Is the island singing?
This melody.
This is creeping me out.
I mean, you know, these are the heavy-hitting questions.
These masks.
Maybe he thought the indigo tree was
ominous.
metaphorical. Or maybe it's the fact that they're blue and not indigo. You think the indigo tree would be indigo? Cool.
Monoko, what does that mean? He who guards truth with lies.
Yes, true.
Exactly
Especially when it's
what it
like
sounds
pretty
like.
you know,
God
fantastic.
as in protect.
Although in fairness, Lumiere was pretty
God
fantastic.
is in control.
You can see some whack shit in Lumiere.
Yes.
It is a lovely game, yeah. I think now that GTA 6 has been delayed, it might win it, to be honest.
Let's Spill some ink.
Nope, I meant to go last stand and then. Somehow managed to do that even slower than last time. Tragic. Like, I've committed most of the struts to memory because it's not like there are that many of them, but clearly I've not committed them hard enough. Like, Visage is Momentum Strike, Last Stand, Momentum Strike, basically. Enjoy your dinner, mate.
The architecture looks very different here.
This kind of place never existed before the fracture.
It's beautiful. Feels surreal.
Surreal. There'll be time save here. Man, I can't. Keep screwing it up. Like, really, all I need to do is just remember the strats properly, right? It's like Visage there. Don't shoot him. Don't anything. He doesn't need a stun turn. You literally just Momentum Strike. Bah! He's dead. Then Last Stand. Then Momentum Strike. Bah! He's dead. That's it. That's all we need to do. Don't need to fanny around with Pyrolyze. Don't need to do any showing off stuff.
Don't look at her for too long or you'll go insane.
It's so strange that my plan for Glissando is
looking at her.
immediately Momentum Strike, but for some reason the other axe on.
Mesmerizing.
I thought, oh hey, maybe I can just attack him.
It's familiar.
Eh?
This is kind of dancing.
Glissando's a random goober. We're not doing that.
I don't think so. Never seen it.
Sylvie.
This place is huge.
Thank Expedition 67 for destroying a lot of the walls to get further. Couldn't progress without that.
Feels like home.
Okay, so there's time save here because I got lost in my PV. But I think this is pretty much the last free time save. And I didn't get lost per se. I mistakenly thought that there was a faster route than the one I was taking, and there wasn't.
What's that?
The Tissue. It works for Sirene.
So he creates all of that for her.
We should take it out. It would definitely be an advantage against Sirene.
Global illumination really struggles in this scene, doesn't it? Which is ironic considering the tech demo was like this kind of setting. I should be on like sub 17 pace here, really. If I hadn't popped up Julie Stand Visage. Hello, Suen. It's cool how they throw out red herrings, right? So, like, there was this thing where Seren seemed to have, like, a particular affinity for Lune, and I'm like, ooh, and then Lune gets an outfit based off Seren, and it's like, oh, is Lune somehow an Axon? Like, is she somehow, is like, some time travel shit going on here? Where she's an Axon, really? Like, no. no. But, could have been.
We're finally there.
She's waiting at the end of this tunnel.
Then we should prepare before we head there. She's even grander than I thought.
Lune, you're okay, right?
I swear I've seen this dance before.
Old. And now we take Cheetah off of what's her name? Oh no, we don't. We auto death off of Verso. That's what we do. We take my out of that.
Wow. I drank too much last night.
I can't remember a thing.
You
Ah.
clean me out,
I'm lost.
mes amis.
You bunch of drunks. We can finally reach the painters.
Let's make sure we're well prepared.
We're gonna lose
beforehand.
time now because like
We still have
I
a
was
little
literally
bit of
trying to
time.
gain a couple of seconds. Yep. So that is actually the idea that I'm trying to do here. I do agree that Minoko would be the right choice. And I actually decided to do that before starting this run, and then I just didn't, basically. It looks like we're alright, actually. It looks like Verso's only getting one.
My turn.
But it does mean that we wouldn't have to. All we need to do is take my L out and put Minoko in. We wouldn't need to disable auto death from Verso. Because like now, I need to put my L back in and then go to Verso and then re-enable auto death, which is slower than just taking Minoko
We
out and
are-
putting my L in.
Inside the monolith? What was that thing? Why did it help us inside?
Are you all right, Mael?
Up there. She's the paintress. She's up there.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but I can sense the real paintress. Her heart is above us somewhere.
I guess we head up then. Verso,
Wait, do you
what
mean
was that?
Paintress Soul?
I don't know.
Do you mean Paintress as in Paintress
Fire.
Paintress?
Again.
Or do you mean that fight we just did? Oh. Right, okay, so like she was able. Oh man, that. I wonder then. Yeah, that's
Again.
interesting. I wonder if actually then the most optimal New Game Plus file would be to have
Teaching her children to
Minoko be
paint,
as
huh?
low level as possible. So like have the ones that we want, which should just be Lune, Verso, and Mael at 99, or it doesn't even have to be at 99. It just has to be at whatever they're at, and then have Minoko be as low as possible, so that he ideally gets 0 turns. I've still managed to not like. Still managed to fuck up a couple of fights, even though they're really simple. So, you know. Oh my god, what? Oh, dude! Fuck off!
This will hurt. Prepare for annihilation. On me.
Brilliant. Well, that's just tragic. Yeah, maybe we could squeeze it into one turn. I'll see. I'll have a look. Like, I don't know if they're I don't know how low his agility could go. If he was like, say he was like level. Like, say you were, like, in New Game +1, you only needed... Because really, the gatekeeper for it is, well...
Her husband?
You need Mael to be strong enough that her best... Like, her fastest animation attacks can still one-shot stuff.
Nice.
Like, that's the bar. Oh, I can't believe how much time I lost there. Oh, I'm so mad. Like, that's like literally all the time save that I have in the run pretty much gone there. Oh, dude. So much. No, they get 50% XP. 50%. It's possible to just juke through that. Try claw time back. Oh well, I didn't lose time there because I'm pretty sure my PB I got that encounter as well.
Oh.
So yeah, I think like if we figure out like the level that Mael needs to, the lowest level Mael needs to be, then I guess you could, yeah.
These are memories.
I think the thing is, it might not be necessary because, firstly, there are 2 breakpoints, right? There's
I can read it.
There's how much might does Mael need, or attack does Mael need, to be able to one-shot stuff using her fastest animations. And the second breakpoint is what is the minimum agility Minoko needs to get a 0-turn Paintress. Or you know, what's a low? What? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, at what point does he start getting that? And it could be that we're actually able to get Minoko, if we say like a level 95 minimum agility Minoko, that might be slow enough. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. But yeah, you are right. We could actually get like a level. Theoretically, you could have a level 10 Minoko.
I don't understand.
Verso? You okay?
Yeah, fine. Let's keep moving. We're almost at the top.
Farming Dark Shores would be awful though. To 99 would be awful. With all that ultimate Sacramentate time. Look at this, look at it bleed away. Boom! 26 seconds lost. Oh, you love to see it. All because I got stuck onto an invisible seam in the terrain. Load of bollocks that is. Resave next time.
We're outside.
She's there. I can feel her.
We need to be as prepared as possible. Once we go up, there's no turning back.
Finesse and hooks. En garde.
Renoir can grieve however he likes, but I get to grieve my own way.
Time to hit big. Not looking good. Firing. Done. Can do it.
Come along now. I'm in Renoir's atelier. Alicia, quit dawdling. End of the corridor, you know where it is. Now, he had... I need you to... The conflict... You will do the right, and I can't promise so... Although, if you... I'll fight this... Can you handle... Less, Chief... Good. And
Your father was the one erasing everyone. Why would he help repaint everything?
I hid the canvas before I entered, so Maman can't come back again. There's no need to erase the canvas anymore.
He'll want you to go home. Are you?
Is he bad? But
Save it. I don't. You did. Of course.
I thought you...
I was. Everything. I don't care. And that.
See ya.
Oh, please.
Thank you.
As long as.
You got it.
Not
Thanks.
was it? What will you?
I'll do my...
Quite a.
We have to...
I'm surprised.
He's be...
If you and your...
What's the...
Maybe.
This?
Your fight. Eileen. Our whole...
Was trying to weave in Minoko.
Lune.
I was.
And what would...
I wouldn't have.
So you...
That's your.
Shield
Knowing what
break
you-
+5. Keep it
I
as slow
don't-
as possible so we can break shields. Mark an inverted die for a melee one shot. So you're not able to one shot in the 4 +4 then. Also, don't forget that Minoko himself is an absolute beast for damage. Like, really, really strong.
hang on
His
tight.
abilities are insane. Like, if you use his weapon that has the starting almighty, it basically means that all of his abilities do time, like his opener will do ×6 damage. Or so like the ultimate sack and patate one is like comparable to Stendhal.
Glorious wreakers of havoc.
The sword...
Not a virtuose Stendhal, I don't think, but it's still pretty damn strong. And the Creation one, that is like basically Stendhal strength. If all three hit the same enemy. Solo my L with the shields. Multi hits don't do. Okay.
The 32s.
Your father. He's at the tower.
Yes.
My own.
Get caught here. As you can, and if you do, it's tragic.
The Opera House.
The Nevrons from the Axon Islands. What are they doing here?
Like Axons, they're Papa's creations, not Claire's.
Almost there.
Mael?
Let's go. Papa is somewhere past the gardens.
Oh, this is so tragically slow. Like, that ultimate second attack, they
sustain the
screwed me
expedition
so
as
bad
much
I can't
longer.
even.
Met. We need to defeat them fast.
Your father's been extra inspired.
The dance begins. Prepare for annihilation. Papa's over there. And the chroma we need to bring back Lumiere.
Even I can sense him.
We'd better make sure we're ready.
Blades sharp.
Stop this insanity. It's time to go home.
I can do it.
You're selfish, Aline! Put aside the candles. It's killing you both.
Not this time!
I absolutely could have and should have got a sub 17 here. Ah, so annoying. Don't have time for any more attempts today.